Hi, this video that will follow is about Faceville Consolidated School. At least it was called that when I went to school there. The reunion we have yearly, this particular video is of a reunion June 13th, 1998. And it was recorded by a neighbor of Jackie Wingate, and she gave me permission to use the video that's following. Faceville School was a Faceville Consolidated School when I went there from the 4th to the 8th grade in the late 50s. Was the school that my mother and my uncles and aunts went to, and also later on my younger sisters and brother. So it's a special school for me. It's a country school. Faceville, Georgia is an unincorporated town between Bainbridge and Quincy, Florida. My great-granddaddy Brinkley, Mac Homer Brinkley, lived in Faceville, and my paternal grandfather, Kaiser Wilson, was the train depot manager there during the war years. So it's a very special place. And in this particular reunion, the program chairman, I think, was my great-aunt Margaret Brinkley, a very colorful lady and a very professional lady as well. She was a teacher, and she served on various state committees and was just a very recognized woman. But she was also colorful and funny. She would slap my leg when I was a young boy and say, "I Swanee," and then she'd wipe it off, you know. And so she asked me to do the invocation, and I was pleased to do that. Many times my uncle Jack Brinkley, a former congressman, would sometimes give the talk that day. For this day, the talk was by Jack Wingate, whom he describes to us as a shirt-tail cousin. Jack Wingate owned a lodge in Recovery, Georgia, and also a restaurant there. It's called, I'm going to stand so you can see it. It's called Lunker Lodge. I've got the shirt, and I've eaten at his restaurant there. He also used to have a barbecue place on the road between Faceville and Bainbridge that I like very much. He wrote a column for the Bainbridge Post-Searchlight called Roundabout Faceville, and very colorful anecdotes that he would give, some of them about members of my family, my dad and my uncles and various people. So to have Jack write about you was special. And it was also special to hear him talk. He made you laugh, and it was always interesting. So he had the speech that day, and I was happy to have the invocation. And also my mother was there, and many other special people, including Mrs. Jewel Cooper. The day was dedicated to her. She was the assistant to my grandmother, Pauline Brinkley, whom I call Ma. Ma was in charge of the school lunchroom, and while I was there from the 4th through the 8th grade, it was just a privilege to be there in the same school with her. And Jewel Cooper worked for her, and it's recall special times in my life. I hope you enjoy some of this as much as I did, and thank you, Jackie Wingate, for allowing me to share your dad with the world. Thank you now.